Hello, folks. Alok here. So, humanity, as we know it, very likely doomed, and doomed in the relatively near future, 20 to 40 years. I'll talk about why. At least my theory, my observations. We could go back 20 years to 9/11. I was in New York City that day, and there must have been, after 9/11, billions of words that have been written about it. There are a lot of things written about it. The critical thing to talk about it is that it's nothing to do with Islam or anything like that, or some kind of tribalism, even though that's obviously what happened, and other kinds of stupidities. What was interesting about what happened was a destructive capability of a very small number of people. So in this case, this was around 20 people who were very focused on actually not killing a lot of people, but an act that was very destructive symbolically and killing a fair number of people. And so just 20 people, they killed 2,000 people, and they destroyed two gigantic, absolutely gigantic buildings, which was really, really very destructive. But it was just 20 people who were capable of a pretty destructive act. Now, looking out at and they were capable of that because of technology. So, technology, the way most people look at it, is really from a business perspective, from a perspective of greed for many. When you think about technology, is that, let's say, one guy sitting in his apartment somewhere or wherever, one guy can create a piece of software, let's say a new social network. He could put it on a cloud serving platform, and just one person can build a business worth billions of dollars, and that may serve 100 million people. Hasn't really been done, but there have been businesses that have probably been worth like $100 million that are basically run by like one person. And it's because of technology. It's because of technology that it's enabled one person to be able to serve so many other people, in this case, productively. Case of 9/11, it was a relatively small number of people who were able to do a lot of destruction. That was because of technology, because of these very destructive airplanes, let's say. And so technology is providing people with providing an individual with a lot more power. Now, the kind of technology we talked to, one was that of the airplane, let's say the jumbo jet. That's actually pretty old technology from before World War II. So from the airplane being developed by the Wright brothers to it being like weaponized and matured happened kind of pretty quickly within a few decades. Another technology I just kind of talked about, software, has come about, over similarly kind of many decades. Now, another technology that's hitting us in 2020, it's not a technology yet, well, it is a technology, is that we're in the middle of a pandemic, being killed by a virus, this coronavirus. And this is another part of kind of the key technology of the 21st century is really biology, synthetic biology. Our ability to edit DNA precisely has been changed dramatically just in the last 10 years from a technique called CRISPR, other techniques, and then we have this new coronavirus, which is unbelievably infectious, which everyone in the world knows the DNA for the coronavirus. And so what I think will happen in 20 to 40 years is that somebody is going to be very, very angry about what human beings are doing, and the destruction that human beings are doing, or angry at a particular group of human beings. But it's not it's not capable yet. We don't have the capability yet in 2020 to do this, but I believe that the capability to do this, we're already very close to it, and it will be there, and it will be in the hands of virtually any motivated individual, because the science is already very well known to so many people, in 5, 10, 20 years, and that's the ability to edit viruses and to weaponize viruses. And so already, CRISPR DNA editing technology, it's used by thousands, if not 10,000 scientists, like every day. So that's universally kind of available to anyone, DNA editing technology. Uh, the, the RNA or the DNA sequence of the coronavirus is also very well known. I believe it's spread out. It is known, and I believe it's spread out and available to many people as are other viruses. And I don't believe it's going to be that difficult. It's already in sight, for the ability of an individual sitting somewhere to. Right now, we don't really know how to engineer a virus or manipulate a virus or do these things very well, but it's coming. So I don't think we're that far away from being able to engineer a virus that's as contagious as, say, the coronavirus. And you just use the coronavirus as your base, and there are dozens of companies doing that to work on a vaccine, that have that have the whole genetic makeup of the virus. But instead, what you do is you create a new virus that's a slow killer. So viruses like the coronavirus, if it's undetected, can spread to every human being in like a year or two or something. Now let's suppose that this virus kills you very, very slowly. So there are no side effects or anything like that, but then in 5 years, poof, you're dead. Well, what happens? It spreads to all human beings. Nobody knows that they've got it. 5 years, humanity is gone. That's what I think may be the end. 50 years.